Shalom, shalom to Brother Kadash.
Shalom to Brother Kunas.
Start off by giving all praise.
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakradash.
Another day of camp, going through the law, praying for the end of Mystery Babylon. I was just thinking about this earlier too, and I wanted to talk to you about it. Man, like, I just be, sometimes you just self-reflect and you look on, like, how the Israelites are moving. Like, us that call ourselves Israelites in the truth, right? And how the camps and stuff been moving and doing things,
This way,
And then I seen a group on Facebook, and they have listed all their locations. You see what I'm saying? Like, he had all locations. Like, look, this is all
like
our
all
locations.
of their camps.
He had all their camps in the different cities and stuff like that. He had all his locations, and the spirit that came to me that hit me was like, man, these dudes don't really. I don't think they really believe, bro. A lot of these camps, I don't think they really trying to get up out of here. They don't want this place destroyed. You want to know what they doing, bro? They doing that shit for. It's like a church. Look at all our locations. You can come join. They getting money from the congregation. They getting notoriety, building the biggest camp. Who can build the biggest camp, man? They ain't doing the shit for the right purposes, and that's why we still here. That kind of made me saddened. And then I seen a video of Floyd Mayweather saying he not African American, he's just American.
Yeah, I seen that too. Talking about how much he love America.
He said, I love America.
Yeah.
And then I seen Lil Uzi come out with the new Pink tape, and his cover photo of his album is the American flag in pink. And then it hit me that Israel, Jake, short for Jacob, his name's changed to Israel, which is the father of the Israelites, right? Jake loves America. Jake don't want to get up out of here. Jake love America, man. I'm not saying that is it against the law to leave America, because that's pretty much what they make it say. You can't leave America because this is where the destruction gonna happen. So they say they're against the flea doctrine. But the question is, we read through the law. Is there a law? Is it against the law to leave America? No, man. But Jake wants to stay here because Jake loves America. Uganda giving dual citizenship, man. Where is a million Israelites, so-called blacks, or 1,000 or 100,000 that's going back over there and building something, getting their own land and building something? You don't see it happening. Where is Jake going into the wilderness or buying land and building communities? You don't see it happening, man. Where is because Jake loves America, man. You don't see these things. They say you follow the entertainers, which is following the money, which has the white man face on it, man. And that's the conclusion I came to, that Jake don't want to leave America. Jake loves this place, man. They say, hey, man, it's horrible and we want better rights and stuff like that, but it's better than any other government on earth.
Yeah, you got some camps that teach in their doctrine that America is not even gonna be destroyed.
Yeah, yep, that it's not Mystery Babylon. The Vatican City is not.
Exactly. So yeah, and that's the mental slavery, and that's what we be talking about. It's not so much of a physical slavery. Like, we're not walking around with shackles and chains on our necks next to an Edomite man calling a master, doing free labor. It's not so much physical. You gotta dig deeper. When we say slavery, we still in captivity mentally. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to leave the place that, we can turn the TV on and see one of our fellow brothers being shot down in the street with his hands up. We could turn the TV on and we can see a brother getting pulled over with his wife and his kids, and the police dragging him out like a dog by his neck. You know what I'm saying? No regard for him, pushing him on the ground, beating him, doing the same to his wife while their kids is in the back looking. It's mental.
Yeah, I see the police officer punch a woman and take her kid out her hand. She was holding on to her kid.
Exactly.
He punched her out, took her kid.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It just surfaced. They said it happened a long time ago, but it's just now making the internet. Yeah. It happened like last year or some shit like that.
I seen an Edomite empty the clip on a dude. He had a knife in his hand, but he was on the ground. Like, bro, he's on the ground with a knife in his hand. He not finna do nothing to you. He can't do nothing to you. Man. Even if you shoot him one time, 2 times.
Yeah, you gotta empty the clip.
He emptied the clip.
9 shots.
After the man got like 9 shots in him, you still scream and put down the knife and shoot him again. You see what I'm saying? But that's my point. That's my problem. Because they teach it, don't do nothing. Just go out on the highways and byways, don't do nothing. You guys can't do nothing. But then when I read the Bible and I open up the book of Maccabees, I don't see them just doing that. I see them actually doing shit, man. They were fighting. They were coming together. I'm not saying that that's what we supposed to do, but they were retreating to the wilderness, man, living amongst each other. You know, they weren't just, all right, we finna go on Facebook, right, and we finna post our whole list of all the camps we got around. To me, that don't sound genuine. To me, that looked like the spirit that came to me was, man, these niggas is doing this shit for, they basically a big church. These niggas is doing this shit to be a church, man. Then I seen another post, a girl was like, you are in a cult, and she listed all the things that determines if you're in a cult. And one of the things was, if you lead a camp, if you don't follow their rules, then they can kick you out and they won't speak to you no more. That's one of the ways to know you're in a cult. And I say, yeah, that makes sense. Because what do all these camps do? If you don't go with what they say or follow their rules, they kick you out and they don't talk to you no more. That's an example of being in a cult.
Yeah, and they blackball you.
Yep.
They try to blackball you from the
just the Israelite.
Yeah, from the Israelite world, from the Israelite community. They make videos about you all on the book. They got other brothers seeing it, and then most of the time it be brothers with big platforms, with big like followers and shit. Like, every time they make a video, they get thousands of views. So they, you know what I mean? So it's just all
It's a cult, but they say that they not. They just say out their mouth, well, this is not a cult. But we know it is, bro. Because if it was just about the truth, then it wouldn't be no such thing as camps. I mean, you just got to step back and evaluate that and ask yourself, why, if these guys are reading the Bible and they don't see, let's just name some of the big ones. You don't see IUIC in the Bible. You don't see Sakura, you don't see GMS in the Bible. So if we supposed to follow the Lord, same thing we say to the Christians and Catholics. If we supposed to follow the Lord, why call yourself a Catholic? Did the Lord call himself a Catholic? No. So it's the same thing. If you're supposed to follow the Lord, did the Lord go under the name GMS? No, he didn't. So why are you doing it? Because that's not of the Lord, because the Lord didn't do it. Or he didn't advocate to do it. So so you got to ask the question, why are you doing it? Why are you breaking yourself up into a group and then putting the title and the name over it? And then every video you make, you mention this name. Did the Lord mention that name? So that's the cult, man. And then it hit me. Oh, Jake ain't really real about this, man. And that's the saddest part about it, and that's the hardest part to come to realizations. Like Rick Ross made that song, your idols become rivals. That's the hardest part, when you look up to people and then they become your rivals because you see all the bullshit. And in that song, what he was talking about, how they cars was rented, they watches was fake. So it's the same thing in the truth. When you look up to these guys coming up to the truth, and you think they great men and leaders, and then you end up seeing the things behind the door. It's like, oh, look, they was doing this, making false prophecies. They ain't really real about this. Then it hurts you like, oh, damn, man. And then you start asking questions. Well, why are they doing this? Because this ain't in the Bible. Then you got to come, and then if you honest with yourself, you have to say, oh, okay. That's because this shit ain't really about this, man. They don't care about this. That's why they able to go out there and just say something's going to happen and it don't happen. Because they ain't really real about this, man. The real reason why they doing this is to have power over men. Have men that look up to them, man. And that goes back to the guy that posted that link, and he had all the list of his camps around, like he was bragging. Like, look what we doing. Look, I'm a part of this camp, and look at all the locations we got. We better than you because we're a part of a big camp, and we got locations. So that make us better than you. We got more rank in the truth than you. As if this shit is about rankings.
Yeah, they get prideful, man. But then, like, I just feel like that's adding on to.
Hard too. I
appreciate it. Yeah, it just add on to everything else that we battling with, as far as the system, Esau, and you know all of the other stuff that we going into, and then we come into the truth, and we think this the safe haven, as far as like, okay, yeah, it's like-minded brothers, and then it's gonna be all real, all A1, but then, you know, just like you said, idols become rivals. So you got to kind of like chew the meat, spit out the bone.
Yep.
You know what I'm
saying? These niggas, they not contending against Esau. Look at Vocab Malone. Vocab Malone has a free pass to do and say whatever the fuck he wants.
You do.
You got Hebrew Israelites that go on channels with Vocab Malone.
Yep. It's weird,
the debate between Dr. Brown and Sakari was Vocab Malone had something to do with it. Help set it up.
and that's why I like the brother General Hashard, because I watched a debate that he did after that, and Vocab Malone was on there, and he was on Vocab neck.
Yeah, real life.
The whole time. He like, yeah, no, wasn't even trying to debate. He like, man, I'm not even finna do this debate with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And then the other brother, the Israelite brother who identified as a Christian, who was on Vocab's side, he sending shots at General Hashard. He ain't even responding to him. He just sticking on bro neck, which I respected that, because like, you're not supposed to, like, we already divided as it is. So in a situation like that, I'm not finna be on camera going at it with my brother. You know what I'm saying? We got this together. You know what I'm saying? Who in the midst and really stirring that shit up. So we gotta get him out the way. But
yeah, General Hashard, and you see Vocab Malone don't really speak on him like that. But I see Sakari, you know, they thank you, Vocab.
Yeah.
I see GMS, Vocab really working for us. He really doing more for us than against us. I'm like, they not really, see, they not worried about, they'd never say that to a brother that so-called left their group though.
Yeah.
He a devil, he a demon, he back in the world, he bugged out. They got all the worst things to say about him because he don't really mean shit because he not high ranked up. But with Vocab, he really doing more for us than hurting us. Or thank you, Vocab, for setting this up. We gonna do more work in the future. I just sat and watched an hour-long video of Vocab Malone sitting up in a conference room teaching people how to come against the Israelites.
Yeah, that's his job. That's what he do.
And saying everything you believe in is false, even the name. How can you thank this man or ever say thank you out your mouth to this man when he don't even believe in the name? He said the name that you believe in, that you put all, you got to pray on that name to get salvation, he says is false. He say that we are not the Israelites.
The devil, man.
He say that we are wicked.
Yeah, and then like, and that's the thing though, right? And that's how you know it's bullshit too, because just not to try to go off topic, but when you think about Vocab Malone and what he do, he only come at the Israelites, right? And it's about us claiming our identity, learning our identity, getting our identity back. But he don't do that when it comes down to the Jewish people, right? You know what I'm saying? You don't see him online battling the Jews, the so-called Jewish people, yeah, about why they call themselves the Israelites, where they get this proof from, why they say he don't do that.
But ain't nobody did nothing to him. He got full reign. But I just seen, how many videos we just seen where brothers' testimony that they got threatened to be killed by certain camps.
Yeah.
How many times? I remember when I got into some shit with some camp, and it was a brother from like a Kansas City camp, and he was talking to another brother that came on there and was defending me, right? And the whole video, he was telling the brother, like, pretty much trying to bait the brother to do something to him so he could fight him. He was like, man, if you see me in person, you want to do something, hey, bro, we can handle that too. We can handle, I could do that. So you talking about fighting this brother, hurting this brother, but y'all not talking about doing shit to Vocab. He get the reign free. He come to your camp, you want to break bread with him. He get the reign free and do, so that's why I said. Yeah,
because they literally broke bread with Vocab, because when that show was, I mean, that debate was aired on Berean TV, the brother Berean got a major payout, but the money was kind of split up.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, the money was split up between the host, the person of the channel, and then the two debaters. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And so they literally broke bread with this man.
So they not contending against Esau, man. That's not the focus. Yeah. They more focused on talking shit about Israel because you got a whole bunch of guys that's fighting for positions and ranks, notoriety and money. That's what they're fighting for. This ain't really about, hey, we need to come together, fight against our oppressor, right? Nah, this is more about, like we said, church and money. Because what is the church about? Money. That's what this shit is about, man. These guys, man, we got to get these big groups. We getting this money. This is about having a church, man. This ain't really about the Lord, man, or going against our enemies. If this is just about us, or us building like a high school or a basketball team or a church together, hey, call me out, man. Nobody give no fuck about that type of shit, man. So we can get money together and we can have different ranks. Don't nobody care about that. And that's why the guys at the camp that I had got into it with, that's one of the things they hated about me the most. Is I never gave a fuck about that shit, bro. I ain't finna look up to you because you think you got some rank, bro. You a man just like I am. You believe just like I am, bro. Just like I do, bro. Ain't nothing special about you. Ain't nothing special about none of us, bro. But I'm supposed to look up to you and rank because these guys look up to you, man. Y'all can have
Yeah,
that.
I recognize. Yeah, I recognize that this your camp, but don't be trying to flex your muscle on me like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be walking around with your chest poked out like just because this your camp. No, hold on. I know where I'm at. I know I ain't start this, and I ain't in here acting like I did.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But don't be coming at me like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? We in the truth. Let's respect each other. Like I feel you, just to chime in on
And
that.
then
But yeah, I
niggas
feel you.
be dictating everything you do. You can't talk a certain way. You can't say
Yeah.
something a certain way.
Like you
because
they
don't
kid
like
or
it.
something.
Yeah, like, bro, get the fuck out of here, bro. You a brother, long as ain't nobody putting their hands on you or calling you out your name. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Tripping.
It's crybaby shit, man. But yeah, though, you know, so I'm good on that, man. I'm more interested in coming together as a people, you see what I'm saying, and getting ready for the Lord, you know, to give us that power so we can fight, because that's what the prophecy says, man. The Lord's going to come back, save the Israelites, give them power, and we're going to take over the world. How the fuck y'all trying to build churches right now? You don't even know if the people that's standing right next to you that you trying to build with is even a part of the elect. The Lord going to build the body. But that's the problem. That's what keeps us all separate. So when we come out here day to day, like just like last week, ain't shit happening, man. It's shit that's happening around the world, but really, guess what? All these people, they off today. They probably going to church. They gonna be going back to work tomorrow. It's the same shit that was happening 100 years ago. And I'll blame that on us. I'll always say I always blame that on us. I never blame that on the Lord why the end ain't came yet or this prophecy ain't been fulfilled. Y'all blame it on us. We doing something wrong, man.
Yeah, Hosea 5:15. The Lord told you what he was going to do. He was going to go back to his place until we acknowledge our offense. So that lets you know the offenses haven't been acknowledged yet. On a mass majority level. The Lord, he's still waiting on us. He's still waiting on us. But just like I say, he's going to speed things up because he know, man, he'll be waiting on us forever. You know what I'm saying?
Because when you look at, let's just take Islam. Vocab Malone can't go over to Saudi Arabia, go on their street corners or go in their churches or what they I forgot, it's not a synagogue, but it's like a temple and shit that they pray in. He can't go over there and challenge them and tell them that their God is wrong and everything is wrong. He can say it from over here on America and on a YouTube video. He can say it, but he literally going down to camps and challenge. I just seen what IUFC challenging them. He ain't doing that to the Islam, I'm not talking about the Nation of Islam. I'm talking about the actual Muslims. You want to know why? Because he'd be put to death, man. He ain't doing that with the Chinese. He ain't doing that with the small hats. Why you think he not doing it with the small hats? Because they going to get him put to death now, or they going to do some type of conspiracy shit, set him up because they had the power to do that, and they run the court system and shit like that. He can't go in New York to a Jewish community, bro, and then go into their synagogues and start telling them that they wrong, that name is wrong, that they praying to, what they doing, the religion, well, the customs, the laws that they following, everything that they doing is wrong. The little small hat that they got on top of their head, he can't go in there and get the pulling it off. He know where he gonna end up. Esau gonna set his ass up. He gonna end up in jail or dead. Vocab Malone, it was in a car crash. But he could do it to us though. And we don't do nothing but just give him praise. Oh, he really helping us. Oh, thank you. We breaking bread with him. We look forward to doing more work with you in the future. You see what I'm saying though? Am I wrong about that?
No, because I was gonna say, they say he really helping us, but he's not helping us. He's actually helping the elites. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you got to give him credit. He good at what he do.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And he got a big following.
Yep.
You know
He's been around for years, longer than I've been in the truth. Way longer.
And so yeah, like he just in a way.
Ain't nobody touched him. Ain't nobody did nothing to him.
That's why we just gotta let the Lord handle it.
You know?
I mean, so that's why the brothers are the ones who like-minded like us, and really we know what the goal is and what we focus on. Man, we just gotta stay locked in.
Yep, it's tough for us though.
Yeah, we just gotta stay locked in and then let the Lord do the rest. Yep. We just make sure we doing our part. Study coming out here week in, week out. And
it's frustrating sometimes, but like the brother said, what can you do about it?
You can't do nothing.
There really ain't nothing you could do about it. I'm just showing some of the
it's just sad, like you said, it's
similarities.
Sad. Yeah, because and then that goes back into the reason why we not out of here yet.
Yeah, I'm just showing the similarities. You say, well, why he ain't going at the Jewish community like that? Because he can't. Because he know if he do, it's not going to be just debates back and forth between Vocab Malone and the community. Something going to happen to him. But with us, you know,
because we ain't got no power.
We ain't got no power. And why do we not got no power? It all comes back full circle. Because we split up. We not unified. We too split up. This camp, that camp, this camp, which ain't got shit to do with the Bible. That ain't got shit to do with the Bible. You guys are taking phrases in the Bible where it says, let's just say a random phrase, say, it says, they should die without knowledge. And then you go make a camp that says, this is the camp of they should die without knowledge. And then the camp name is TSDWK. You say, what the fuck is TSDWK? It stands for they should die without knowledge. That's what you guys are doing, man. Just be called Hebrew Israelites. That's it.
That's it.
And then guess what that do? That makes us be able to come together. So now if I see a brother that I don't even know, and the spirit bear witness with my spirit, we can come do this work together. But we can't though, because if he's a part of this group, then he can't do no work with us. He can't be seen on camera with us. He can't talk to us. He can't communicate with us. And we your brother. The Lord, that's not knowledge in your fist. That's not why the Lord set up the law, statutes, and commandments for us to break up in groups and say, we can't do nothing with those other guys until we find out if they the elect or not. That's not, the Lord looking at you like y'all some fucking goofies, man. What did I say? Y'all are brothers, all of y'all. Figure that shit out together. Not stay divided. Just imagine if you had a house, right? You got 5 boys. You got 5 kids, right? And 2 of your kids come together and say, hey, we can't fuck with our other brothers. Hey, bro, we made this pact. It's just us. You see what I'm saying? Just us. We do this shit together. We can't play on the swings with them. We can't play on the slides with them. We can't eat at the same table with them. Don't do anything with them. We don't even look at them as our brothers. Just me and you, bro. Now imagine you as the father seeing that. What you gonna do? You gonna say, hey man, stop that shit, bro. Y'all all brothers. Get along together. So that's basically what we doing today, man. Break up in the camp, and you can't make no video, you can't break no bread with those brothers, you can't do nothing with those brothers, man. Because they not a part of this camp, man.
And if you do, then you get kicked out.
Then you get kicked out.
And then we gonna do a video on you.
Then we gonna do a video on you exposed to every little big nitpicking about, because that's what happened with me. They did video, they nitpicking and shit, making up shit. No proof at all. We just went through the law. You gotta have proof of what you're saying. Yeah. If you put something on brother, you gotta have proof. So if you're gonna say a brother is an agent, you have to have some type of proof. Not I think, I feel. Because he stepped past the line, I think he was an agent. Or because he got on the camera one or a couple times, I think he is an agent. That's agent behavior. That's like me saying I think you a fag because you got in your emotions. And then people say, well, why do you think he a fag, brother? You just gonna put that on that brother? And I say, well, because he was emotional. So that's fag behavior. Well, I can't even say that word, but I'm just scared.
But yeah, I mean, you ain't directed towards nobody, so it shouldn't.
Yeah, but that's like me saying, hey, well, because I seen him do a skip one time. Or he was wearing the color pink to camp one time. So now because of that, that's like giving me behavior. Like, you can't do that, bro. We've been reading through the law. You can't do that. But these guys are still doing it because they don't believe, because they believe that they are the man. That they could just make up shit and do what they want to do. All right, let's get into the law. And that's why we still here. That's the major problem. That's the cursed thing amongst Israel right now. Competition, envy, which is covetousness, right? And the whole separating yourself up into camps, man. Don't worry about it, bro. Okay, look, hey, we just Hebrew Israelites, man. It is what it is, man. Whatever the Lord makes happen, because the Lord is in control of everything from there, it is what it is, man. But you getting in the way, man, because you causing division amongst Israel.
If there, Deuteronomy 25, verse 1, if there be a controversy between men and they come into judgment, that the judges may judge them, then they shall justify the righteousness and condemn the wicked.
Based off what though? Off the law, statutes, and commandments. Not off my feelings, how I feel, because you said this thing.
No respect of persons.
Yeah.
Verse 2, and it shall be, if the wicked man be worthy to be beaten, that the judge shall cause him to lie down and to be beaten before his face according to his fault by a certain number.
So this is the law, and this is the thing that confuses me too. This is the law, but y'all don't follow that because y'all say, well, we ain't doing that today.
Yeah.
So which one is it, man? And the vocab has his point on this. Which one is it? Is we following the law part of it, and then the parts that we know we gonna get in trouble for, we not following those parts? Because if that's the case, then Eleazar refused to eat pork, and he got in trouble for it. Swine. Should he just ate it and said, hey, look, today, you know, since we can get in trouble by Esau for not eating it, or just like the three men in the I forget their name, but in the book of Daniel, that was thrown into the furnace because they didn't want to and then even with Daniel, they didn't want to worship a false god. I roughly paraphrase, you know, when the music came on, they were supposed to worship and everything, and they didn't want to do it. Was they supposed to say, man, okay, well, we have to worship because in these times we can be punished if we don't? So which one is it, man? Because y'all, I don't see nobody doing that. Because y'all scared what Esau gonna do to y'all. So basically, we not following law because we scared of what Esau's gonna do to us. Crazy.
Verse 3, 40 stripes he may give him and not exceed, lest he should exceed and beat him above these with many stripes, then thy brother should be seen vile unto thee.
And that's why we still here. Because we not following it all the way, man. We pick it and choose it. The easy things that's follow, we follow. Then the hard stuff like that, where you can be punished for Esau, we don't follow. So the only way that we can follow it is if we get our own communities, but we got to come together. Because what does the small hat have? They have their own communities. The Chinese, there's a Chinatown in every city. They got their own communities. The Arabs, they got their own little communities. So it's showing you, bro, that's what we have to do. We live in the ghettos, but we don't even own our own communities. Because the Arab man, Chinese man own the shit. And the Edomite.
Verse 4, thou shalt not muzzle the ox when he treadeth out the corn. If brethren dwell together and one of them die and have no child, the wife of the dead shall not marry without unto a stranger.
Yeah, and you're not supposed to muzzle, like, and then that's twofold, because if somebody come with some information like a witness, what do we call them? They a snitch. They gotta shut up. They can't say nothing.
Yeah.
Nah, you gotta get down to righteous judgment, man. If I'm sitting here and somebody come up and try to punch bro, and we take it to the judges, I'm gonna say he came up first to try to punch him. And then you a snitch. No, I'm not. I'm telling what happened. Because you was in the wrong.
I mean, because you don't want to see nothing bad happen to, for no reason. Right. That's righteous judgment. And that's what the Lord, and that's what the Bible says. Judge righteous judgment. And you're not supposed to consider nobody's feelings when you're making these judgments.
But they don't do that. You never see that. You see guys take, well, I've been coming to this camp for this years, and this is our leader, so we going to go with what he said. Not with, this is what really happened.
Yeah. And that's why you got to cancel yourself out. Because and you got to remember, we got to keep it between us, right? This is what we talking about. Like, this is what we need to practice amongst each other. Right. You know what I'm saying? We need to practice this amongst each other, so you got to cancel yourself out of that street mentality if you still in that. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't going to do nothing but keep you in wicked ways. You got to cancel yourself out of that. We got to come into the ways of the Lord.
Yeah. And you can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like, I'm still a street nigga, and you still abiding by street rules, but then you trying to follow law, statutes, and commandments. You can't do it.
Her husband's brother shall go in unto her and take her to him to wife, and perform the duty of an husband's brother unto her.
Where's y'all? Are y'all doing this? So if you die without kids or nothing like that, then your brother's supposed to go into that's his wife now.
And you're supposed to give him your name.
Yep.
Well, we go.
So he's supposed to go pop her. Who living like that? Y'all not living like that. Who telling, hey, bro, if I die, if I don't got kids, bro, my girl is supposed to be your girl now. Nah, niggas be like, man, hey, man, if I die, you better not never touch. That. Yeah, they shame that.
They like, oh, what?
You was squatting the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. That just goes to show you how snake niggas be. Come on, bro. We just following the Bible. You can't. If you don't agree with it, then you got a problem with what the Lord said.
And then that's where these guys get sensitive. These guys get sensitive about the law. They say, man, we got this happening, we got that happening. But what does it say? We read Deuteronomy 21 and 22 about the great. We read that, man. That's what it says, bro. We not supposed to get our feelings because of our feelings in this. But, it is what it is. That's why it needs to be some type of judgment. So if you take the law and then you take away the judgment, then you have what you have today. Everybody just saying, well, this is what I think it is, this is what I think it is, this is what we gonna follow, this is what we do. But if you got the judgment behind it, niggas gotta get right, man. Because you're gonna be judged behind it. We don't have that part of it.
And that's why it was established.
Yeah.
To keep order.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you don't, I mean, it's just like if you got a child and they don't listen to what you say, you tell them don't go outside and they go outside, what you gonna do? You're gonna enforce your order and you're gonna punish him according to how you feel right to show him why you said not to go outside and why he's supposed to listen.
Yep, and if any of these situations come up and a brother act out what he's supposed to do, I can't condemn him. When I seen on camera that dude, his wife got caught literally committing adultery against him, he walked in on him and he
stabbed her to death.
I didn't say he was wrong.
I literally thought about the law, and it said that she should be put to death. And he tried to put dude to death too, but he got away.
Yeah, but you guys are condemned. He ain't supposed to be doing that right now. He finna go to jail forever now. So then that confuses the sheep. That confuses people to say, well, should we follow it? Because technically he not wrong, because it says that in the Bible. But then y'all say he is wrong because he ain't supposed to be doing it because we scared of Esau gonna punish us. So it's like, which one is it? You know, the Arabs, Saudi Arabia, the Arabs in Saudi Arabia, they not scared of Esau law. They got the Shia law. They cut your hand off for certain things. You get put to death for certain things. They not saying, well, the white man don't like this. He might come over here and stop doing deals with us. What happened, remember back in the day when that reporter got killed in Saudi Arabia? Did they say, well, America, you know, no. What happened with the girl that just yelled at somebody in at a rental car company and she got locked up and she faced a jail time? Did they say, well,
in Dubai?
In Dubai, exactly.
Facing 5 years for yelling.
Did they say, well, the white man, their laws don't go like this? They might come back against us or something. No, they said, hey, this are our laws, man.
Yeah, exactly. And that's literally, and when you watch the news on it, that's literally what it says. Well, women are not supposed to yell in Dubai.
Yep.
Like, that's one of their laws. Like, women, if you yell, you're going to jail.
I started playing with my wife. I said, you would have been in jail. If we was in
Long
Saudi.
time ago.
I say, keep playing. We gonna move to Saudi Arabia. Your ass gonna get right. What happened to Brittany? What's her name?
Brittany Griner.
Yeah, over there.
Yeah, the basketball.
The basketball player. I don't know if that's how to say it, but yeah,
right.
The basketball player in Russia. That's their law. They didn't say what a white man law or well, they white man too, but Esau and America law different.
She had to serve that sentence.
We the only ones over here like, hey, we can't really keep all our law because we're gonna get punished by Esau. Guys talking about, man, you can't put blood on your doorpost during the Passover because you're gonna look weird. Who gives a fuck about looking weird? Do the Chinese man care about looking weird when he's keeping his customs?
And then what the Bible say? We are made fools for the Lord's sake.
Yeah.
We looking weird for doing the law.
They said you live in an apartment. How do you look coming out the door and putting blood on the post? They gonna report you. We're reporting you.
They're gonna report. They're gonna come. They're gonna search the house. They're gonna find nothing. And yeah,
I'm keeping the Passover. This is my religion. This is what we do.
I'm gonna wipe it off.
Wipe it off after it's done.
Next day.
But you know, guys making up all, so it's like you confusing people because it's like, do we keep this law to the best of our abilities, or do we say that we can't keep it because you could put blood on the doorpost if you going to the best of your abilities? You choose not to. That's not saying, well, I did it to the best of my ability, but I choose not to. Now that's picking and choosing, and that's why we still here. I'm just giving you reasons why we still here.
Verse 6, and it shall be at the firstborn which she beareth shall succeed in the name of his brother which is dead.
Right, so if me and her brothers and something happened to one of us, supposed to take his wife, and you gotta go put seed in her, and then you gotta raise that kid up under his name. Because you and your brother got the same seed. That's why. Because y'all got the seed of your father. You see what I'm saying? So that's how it works.
So technically it'll still be your brother's baby.
Yeah, because it's the same seed if you would have put it in her.
Exactly.
See, that's what y'all don't understand. It's about the seed, man.
Yeah.
And when I'm breaking these things down, I'm not coming from I'm holier than thou and I got it right, y'all got it wrong. I'm including myself in this, man.
Yeah, and we just going
we
off
need
what the
to
Bible
change.
says.
Yeah, it's not just y'all niggas doing it wrong. All of us need to come together and figure out how to do it right.
That his name be not put out of Israel. And if the
so his bloodline, because he died, he ain't had no kids. So when you had the kid, now he got what they call it, a successor or an heir to his throne.
Yeah, heir.
Yeah.
Heir
So he has that to his throne where it's like he didn't have kids, but he still live. His name still gonna live because now this is Quanon. This kid, even though you had sex with her and had her, but this kid is raised up, and then you know all the stuff that was his, you're gonna get to that kid, but this your father's stuff. He gonna be like, but I thought you my father. Oh, this your father.
Yeah, we won't even. I mean, you're not even supposed to raise him up thinking that. I'm sure you're supposed to raise him up thinking. Yeah, showing him pictures, letting his memory live on in that child's mind.
Yep.
Like, yeah, this was your father, and then I mean, like, bro,
You teach him the law, so he'll learn that law right there and understand why this is his father.
Yeah. Exactly. Verse 7. And if the man like not to take his brother's wife, then let his brother's wife go up to the gate unto the elders and say, my husband's brother refuseth to raise up unto his brother a name in Israel.
So you got to. You niggas, you don't get to pick and choose. You have to do this. And even today, if you don't do this and this happened today, you broke the law.
My brother's husband refuses to raise up unto his brother a name in Israel. He will not perform the duty of my husband's brother. Then the elders of his city shall call him and speak unto him, and if he stand to it and say, I like not to take her, then shall his brother's wife come unto him in the presence of the elders, and loose his shoe from off his foot, and spit in his face, and shall answer and say, so shall it be done unto that man that will not build up his brother's house.
You're gonna get a bad name for it. She gonna come untie your shoes, nigga. And then she gonna spit in your face.
Yeah, and that's counted as shame.
Yep.
You know, so now it's the shame for, oh yeah, that's that guy who wouldn't raise up his brother's name through his brother's wife, and she spit in his face.
Yep.
She's, you know, in front of the nation.
Yep.
The community.
So hey, if your brother getting a wife, man, you better tell his ass to have some kids with her, or make sure she's attractive, bro. Because if she ain't attractive, bro, I gotta take her, bro. I gotta do this, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So you gotta be like, hey, bro, man, make sure her ass look good, bro. You know what I mean? You don't want no, you know, we ain't gonna talk about nobody crazy like that, but you don't want no linebacker. And now she coming, and the linebacker coming after you like, well, he died. You gotta take me now. You gonna have to go up into that linebacker and do some work, man.
Yeah.
So you gotta be on bro like, hey, bro, make sure she attractive, man, because you know how the law is. Or make sure you have a kid with her. You see what I'm saying?
Facts. They'll be like, why you say that? It's whip out Deuteronomy 25, verse 7.
Yeah.
Go down. Like, look, this is why I'm saying this, bro. You know, the Lord requires us to move like this, and this is how it gotta be done. Yeah. And now it's lawful. You know what I mean?
Because she gonna come after you. If she know the law and she follow the law, she supposed to come after you, man.
Yeah,
Ring your doorbell. You ready? So of course, so how the fuck can you say we can't have multiple wives? That makes no sense. Because let's say I already got a wife. Did it say whether he has a wife or not?
Right.
Let's say I got a wife, but my brother died and he had kids. Yeah, I got a wife and kids.
Yeah.
Now my brother died, but he ain't never have a kid with his wife.
Right.
Now I can't take her while I already got a wife. That's adultery. No, that's not adultery. I still gotta take her. Now I got 2 wives. So come on, man. It's just cut all the way around, man.
Verse 8. Then the elders of his city shall call. No, Salaki, that's the wrong one. Verse 9. Then shall his. No, that's verse 10. In this verse 10, and his name shall be called in Israel the house of him that have his shoe loose. Verse 11.
Look, your shoes loose.
When men strive together one with another, and the wife of the one draweth near for to deliver her husband out of the hand of him that smiteth him, and putteth forth her hand, and taketh him by the secrets, then thou shalt cut off her hand, thine eye shall not pity her.
So you gotta follow this law, but people don't follow this law because a man told you, well, you can't do that today, or you ain't gotta do that, or this is Acts 5:29. This is in the New Testament. It says, then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men. Obey who? God rather than men. So what did the Lord say through his law? Rather than what a man is telling you to do, man. It says, the God of our fathers raised up Yahushua, who was slew and hanged on a tree. Him has God exalted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior, for to give repentance to Israel and forgiveness of sins. So you sin, the Lord could forgive the sins and stuff like that, right? But who are you supposed to follow? What man is telling you or the Lord? So this is the law. But you got to remember, see, I think the problem is brothers think the punishment, if somebody do act out the punishment part, I think brothers think that they are sinning now.
Yeah.
No, the guy that acts out the punishment, he's not sinning. He's not guilty of sin. Because that's what the law says.
Yeah,
and I think that's what gets
it's sin when you don't act out what the law says.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this Matthew 4:4, it say, but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. So even a law like this that might seem to the average person like, man, what, man? No, we ain't going, that's crazy. That's doing a little too much. No, this is law. So it came out of the mouth of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Every word.
Exactly. So he on fire because like you guys making contradictions.
Yeah.
This is what's going to clean up our act. Going on the highways and byways, calling ourselves Hebrew Israelites, teaching about, putting up videos. They've been doing that for 30 years. They've been doing that for 40, 50 years. And look where we still at to this day. What's going to clean up our act is the enforcing the law, man. That's what's going to clean up our act because now, like the brother said, you are guilty, you are in sin if you don't follow out what the law says. Not just the dude that did the act. If he did the act and he was wrong, then he's in sin too. But if you don't follow out what the law tells you to do afterward, then now you are in sin. And that's the part they don't like. Because that'll get all this shit taken care of, man. So we are all like separate and it's just a fucking folly at this point, right? Because we don't have the fear part of the law. You gotta have the fear part of the law, which comes from the punishments. But y'all don't want to do it because Esau gonna do something to y'all today. Crazy.
Verse 13, thou shalt not have in thy bag diverse weights, a great and a small. Thou shalt not have in thine house diverse measures, a great and a small. But thou shalt have a perfect and just weight, a perfect and just measure shalt thou have, that thy days may be lengthened in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
Right, so it says your house is just talking about you know what I mean? You just gotta have a balance, man.
Yeah, that's what it said. You can't have, you know, certain things you want to go off of and pick and choose, like, well, we just gonna follow this law and not this one, or we gonna, like, you know what I mean? Like, just to kind of like break it down a little, that's what it's saying. You can't have diverse measures. You know what I'm saying? Just like he said, gotta be a balance.
Well, I gotta refill. This is Proverbs 11, verse 1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. Like it was talking about the weights there. So it's telling you, a just weight. A false balance is an abomination. When pride cometh, then cometh shame. But with the lowly is wisdom. The integrity of the upright should guide them, but the perverseness of transgressors should destroy them. But if you don't uphold what the law said to do, you are transgressing. It's not just the dude that was in the wrong that broke the law. You see what I'm saying? Like when it says adultery, you know what I mean? He commits adultery, he's in the wrong. But it says he shall be put to death. Y'all gotta put him to death.
Yeah, the adulterer and the adulteress.
You see, if we actually kept the law, these ABC boys, they wouldn't be around today. Because, hey, we keeping the law. Then that's when the Lord gonna protect us because, hey, look, we all coming together and we just keeping the law as it says. And now Esau trying to come up against us. Then that's when the Lord gonna lift up that standard against them.
Yeah.
But we not provoking Esau to come up against us because we following everything he tells us to do and we scared of him. So the Lord waiting on us. Y'all keep saying Esau gonna come up against us. He not gonna come up against us because he really ain't got no reason because we not doing shit.
Facts.
But once we start following this law, then it's gonna contradict against what Esau says, and then that's gonna force Esau to come up against us, and then that's gonna bring the Lord to raise that standard up against Esau to protect us. That's how it works, man. We gotta follow it though. We can't just pick and choose. You see what I'm saying though?
No, I get exactly what you're
Esau,
saying.
man, everybody talking about agents and shit. Man, Esau ain't worried about us. We harmless. We ain't doing shit. You talk about the internet, Esau can take that down when he wants to. The same way he got us on the internet, bro, the views that your favorite teacher with the most views, the views that they getting is a drop in the bucket. It don't matter if you put up 10 videos a day. That shit don't even really exist. When you got rappers, how many rappers you got? You got thousands of rappers, right? We fighting against them. We getting 1,000 views on a video. The big guys in the troop getting 5,000. Maybe even Sakari maybe got some videos, some with 50,000 views. You got Lil Uzi just put out a song 3 days ago that got 3 million views in an hour. Or 3 days ago, I'm slacking. 3 million views. 6ix9ine could go put out a video with Kodak Black and have 20 million views in one day. Your little 50,000 views don't even scratch the surface, bro. So we got to get out that mindset that YouTube is, we doing something on YouTube or something like that. We doing something, we come together and follow what the Lord said. That's it, bro, and have faith. You see that shit with 6ix9ine and Kodak?
Yeah.
So now the floodgates is open. It's over with. The rap industry, oh, you ain't see it?
No. It dropped already?
He rapping about doing music with the rap. Yeah, it dropped already, but he's still doing it. So now the rap game is over. It's folly. Kodak just did a music video with 6ix9ine. He telling you this shit is about business. He like, we ain't breaking out a brick together. This is about business, man. I'm getting money. Yeah. I gotta feed my kids. That mean that there ain't no morals no more. The rap game, that shit's over with. Women that took over that shit, man, ain't no more morals in that shit. Kodak just did a song with 6ix9ine. The floodgates is open now. Completely open now.
Yeah, because we had executed a judgment on 6ix9ine, and he was motherfucking he was exiled from because of what he did. Now that don't mean it should be held against him forever, but the thing is he ain't acknowledged his defense. I mean, he has acknowledged his defense, but his attitude, so he not remorseful, and he hasn't repented from it yet. So that's why he was supposed to state where he was at as far as that
he promote wickedness himself.
Yeah, I mean, so it's all wicked
shit, and all that shit. But people looked at Kodak Black as if a real street dude in Florida. We remember talking to my cousin down in Florida, and he said Kodak pretty much run stuff down there.
Yeah, no, because when Wack 100, because Wack 100 is the one who put it together, and so Wack 100 said that when he put it together, he pulled up on Kodak Black in the middle of the hood in Pompano Beach, Florida. Pulled up on the middle of the projects. And he was around all his guys, and he brought him a music contract, and Kodak looked at it, and he offered him $1 million to do it, and
he got that money, and he did it. So it shows you what? That money more important than the morals, or whatever they stand on, which pretty much tells you that whole street code shit. It's bullshit. That's why we telling you, man. Don't follow that street code shit. Follow this Bible, man. The law, statutes,
because
that shit
really,
bullshit.
when you do follow the Bible, not to try to contradict myself, really when you do follow the Bible, it's not no wrong in them doing a song together. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the judgment that needed to be executed because he delivered brothers up to the enemy.
Yeah. Now them doing a song is one thing. But I'm talking about compared to their laws, their street laws. Now, on their street laws, it's wrong. Right. That's why we telling you not to follow the street laws, because it's bullshit.
Yeah. Because the street laws gonna keep us divided. Yep. And it's about unity. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So, and then if we stop participating in those type of acts, you know what I'm saying, that cause brothers to be put in positions to deliver a brother up, then you won't even have to worry about that type of stuff.
But that's the problem. Brothers is mixing street rules with the Bible still. Even camps. Yep. Got it.
But thou shalt, verse 15, but thou shalt have a perfect and just weight, a perfect and just measure shalt thou have, that thy days be lengthened in the days which the Lord thy God giveth.
Because I give you an example, like one of y'all favorite camps, GMS. Where, this shit is, I always say this, man, this is so funny. Their ranking system, how they set their organization up, where does it come from? It comes from the mafia. The way they set up, it's mixing street shit with the truth still, bro, but y'all can't see it. The way they set up their camps and they order comes from how the mafia set up things. You don't believe me? Go look it up. Go look up the order of the mafia. I forget it, but you got the boss, you got the underboss, you got the
Teflon Don.
you got the concierge,
Oh yeah.
you got the got capo, which is the captain, right? And then you got soldiers, and then you got associates. Look at GMS. You got the apostles, you got up and coming apostles, which are like underbosses, or they call them elders. Then you got leaders of each city, which is what? The captains of each city, the captains, right? And then you got the members. You got the leader of the camp, which is the captain. Then you got the members, which are soldiers. And then you got the guys that's standing out here that you can't see behind the camp that's trying to get into the camp. They coming down the camp every week and they doing this.
Right.
And they raise their hand, bring out a precept out, and they do that for a year or 2 years, trying to get in the camp. Those are the associates. You're not a member yet, but you're an associate, but you're trying to work your way to being a member. That's from the mafia, man.
Yeah.
When did the Lord say to do that?
I was gonna say that's not in the Bible. The Lord didn't give no. I mean, not that I'm for sure. The Lord ain't give no specific order on how to set up
No,
camps because He ain't even identified with camps.
1 Corinthians 11 is the order. You
Exactly.
the head of your own household. But
Yeah.
when did the Lord say, hey, tell a brother when he coming out of the camp, he got to sit out on behind the camera for 2 years, raise his hand, and then when the Spirit allows him to join, he can join. When did the Lord say that? So that's not the Bible. So where is it coming from? That's from the mafia.
Huh.
Oh, y'all remember what GMS said? We ain't taking no new members? What does that sound like? That sound like when the mafia said that they wasn't taking no new members. Go research the mafia. They had a cutoff period where they wasn't making no more made men. Nobody could become a made man. And then they opened the gates back up. But they had a long, like, years and years.
It was after that controversy with you. It's when they opened the gates back
They
up
opened
about them taking new members.
Right. And so where's that coming from? They ain't coming from the Bible. That's coming from the mafia, bro. So they was having trouble with it, whatever members they was having, and then they thought, like, what could we do? And they followed the way that the mafia did it. No new members.
Crazy.
And then they opened the gates back up. Go research what the mafia did when they stopped making made men. And then look, so thirsty to go down
always
one,
do that.
because they looking at us, and then they going down on one way. So they really want to circle by and keep looking at us.
Yeah.
So go look up what happened with the mafia when they stopped making made men for a period of time. And then go look up the order of the mafia, how they set their order up. And then go look at the order of GMS. And then you're going to say, man, I see some similarities here.
It's like a pyramid. It's like a pyramid. You got the top, you got the boss. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the just like the brother said, the underboss.
Capo, the captain.
Yeah, the captain, and then you got. I mean, it's a Don in there somewhere too. I think that
The Don is a Don is like
it's like who in head of all the captains.
a Don.
Like the
A Don, I
report
think
to
it's
the
just.
underboss. The underboss report to the boss.
I think the boss is the Don. It's just a different word for the boss. Yeah.
Oh.
But I know the Don comes from Haiti. Don comes from Haiti, but and then like it's not a coincidence that they fall in the mafia. Where did they start at? In Harlem, New York.
Exactly.
Where was the mafia big at? In New York. So what you had is you had a lot of black dudes and street gangs copying off the mob in New York. So those same dudes that probably had street affiliations back then, they just took that same thing and combined it with the truth now. And that's what you have today. Because what does the mafia say? If you a made man and you part of this group, you got to take an oath. Did they take oaths in the One West camp?
Yep.
And you can't fuck with nobody outside of this group. We use them for things that we need, but you can't actually fuck with them, right?
Right.
What does the camp say? Like, take GMS, what do they say? You got to be a part of this group. If they ain't part of this group, you can't fuck with them. It's from the mafia, man. And I pointed that out a long time ago, man. And then they do little tactics to keep you from dealing with brothers outside the truth because they could be agents, which keeps you scared. So I can't fuck with nobody outside because those could be agents.
And that's what you was talking about in the beginning when that's a cult.
Yep, that's a code.
Things like that is a cult because you're not supposed to put stipulations on brothers that's outside of the law, statutes, and commandments.
Yep, facts.
And if you put stipulations on brothers, then you making camp laws.
That's a code. And you could do it, but you can't condemn them
Yeah.
if they don't follow it. You can say, hey, we all wearing black, bro. But if he decide not to wear black, I can't kick him out the camp or condemn him for it because he not breaking the law. But you guys are condemning him for it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a cult because then they're, well, why not wear black though? Everybody else wearing it because I don't want to wear black. I don't like black. I don't want to put on all black. Right. I'm out here with y'all though.
Right.
Well,
is this about us wearing black or is this about following the Lord?
Exactly.
You see, so that's what they do, bro. And that's what they do. We just calling it out, but we'll be looked at as the bad guys for calling it out. That's why the Lord said, who will stand for the Lord? You had that shit happen in the wilderness with Egypt. Israel, they wanted to do their little shit they came up with. And the Levites stood for the Lord. Who would stand for the Lord, man? Everybody's scared to stand for the Lord because of these men. These is just regular men. You know?
Verse 16. For all that do such things and all that do unrighteously are an abomination unto the Lord thy God. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way, when ye were come forth out of Egypt, how he met thee by the way and smote the hindmost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee.
Right, so the weak, he went after the weak. That's Amalek, that's Esau, that's the small hats. So this is what they're guilty of, man. And they still got a punishment coming for it. But remember when GMS said no Brady Bunch videos?
Yeah.
Where they get that from? Or they don't even want you guys really communicating unless y'all go through the bosses. That's how you keep power and control. Y'all don't even see it right in front of your face. If this really about the Lord, man, I ain't worried about it. If y'all get on videos and make videos together, so what? If y'all, as long as y'all doing the truth. But I can't allow y'all to do that because we gotta keep our power. Us at the top, if y'all start combining and doing stuff together, then you might have this camp and this camp that's really like in y'all own lane, doing y'all own thing, and then y'all not gonna really be giving power to us that's over it, y'all. And then it's just, hey, the apostles are in New York, but we over here, this is how we doing our stuff over here. So in order to keep the power, we can't allow you to do that. Everything got to be filtered to us because that's how we keep the power. Yeah. So is this about having power over brothers or is this about the Lord?
Yeah, and then what does that do? That shuts down from brothers having elders to call or call upon for advice. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because now they're not even, that's the position that the elders are really supposed to be playing.
Yeah. Any dude that comes up and then brothers start, like, let's just say he come up in the truth, yeah, and then brothers start looking at him like, hey man, Quanah. And then before the video, you can't put Quanah. Quanah might be an elder to you at your camp, at your local camp in your city. You can't say, hey, I want to give double honors to Boom 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 and Quanah. The elders, the apostles gonna get on the phone quick. Why are you giving praises to Quanah? Yeah. I'm giving because the same reason why we give praises to you. He's an elder of mine.
He taught us.
Y'all taught
him. He learned from y'all, and we learned from him.
So we throwing his name in there now. Oh, but you can't do that. You wanna know why? Because they have to retain the power. You guys don't see it? Why? How come there hasn't been a new top apostle yet? Somebody that worked their ranks up and that he got in the top spot. Exactly. The top spot never changes. Apostle Tahar gonna be in the top spot as the top apostle of GMS until he goes or till the end comes. Why? How come that position doesn't change? So nobody else can work their way up to get to that position. You don't see what's going on? That's him keeping the power. I'm on the power seat. I'm gonna stay on the power, and he has tactics of how he keeps the power.
Yeah.
Why Apostle Ramla ain't the top apostle yet? Why can't he get the top spot? He just can't get it, huh? It's been 30 years he been following Apostle Tahar. Yeah, haven't he proved? But he can't get that. That's just not his position, right? In the spirit, right? You see how crazy it is? Yeah. That's how you know it's a cult. Because the positions never change. The top positions, they would never change.
It say, even all that were feeble behind thee when thou was faint and weary, and he feared not God. Therefore it shall be, when the Lord thy God hath given thee rest from all thine enemies round about, in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven, thou shalt not forget it.
But you say Amalek could be saved. So some of y'all, he can't be saved, bro. And no, we not gonna be one with them. But let's just say like King Solomon, right? Was he king? Didn't King David become king while King Solomon was alive? So he got the spot changed. Somebody else came in. You see what I'm saying? He did something wicked, King Solomon. I mean, not King Solomon, King Saul. Yeah, King Saul, Slocky. Right? He did something wicked. So you gonna say your elder ain't never did something wicked that warrant him to step down and somebody else to step up? Because we got the videos.
And what's that shows? Another example of the laws not being followed.
Yep, it's not being followed
inside the camp. Because that no matter if he the elder or not, if he did something wicked, he's supposed to be judged on what he did.
He's supposed to step down. And you got to step down. We got to put somebody else in position because you did this. We love you, but you did this, man. And there's many accounts of things that have been done, but he's still in the top position, right?
So what's that? Man worship.
Man worship.
It goes back into man worship.
Oh, but you condemn us if we don't follow him and what he say. But do he follow and do what his elders said? They don't teach the same doctrine as their elders did. They not giving double praises before they videos to their elders, but you are required to give double praises to your elders before your videos. You ain't breaking the law by not doing it, but brothers gonna start looking at you weird. Why you ain't giving double praises to the elders before your videos? Huh?
Yeah, you're gonna get a call.
But you required to do it, but they not required to do it. They could just get on there, like I see them plenty of times. All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, and then they go into their lesson. They ain't giving double honors to nobody. Every now and then they may say salvation to the elect or something like that. But you required to do it before every video, or you think that you have to, because you think that's the Holy Spirit on you. That's not the Holy Spirit on you, bro. So brothers can't even see the things that's right in front of them. I just was blessed to be able to open my eyes up and see, okay, they running this based off the mafia. The mafia rules. They not following it all the way. And it's all about a pyramid scheme, like the brother said. It's all about control, fighting for control. I gotta keep this control, so I gotta do shit like say he might be an agent if he comes up against us. Or I have to do shit to say like you can't really make these Brady Bunch videos. We don't want that happen because there's agents in the camp.
And then when you think about it even on a deeper level, because them mafia groups, they weren't nothing but a bunch of Edomites. You know what
They
I'm
say
saying?
they were Israelites though. They could have been Israelites. Not, bro, and it's just causing confusion, man.
Yeah.
If they could have been Israelites, then hey, let the weeds grow, the tares we gonna see. But as far as we know, they was Edomites.
So now that just goes to show you that y'all still following their system the whole time.
Yep.
Y'all still following the Edomite system no matter what. You just can't come out of it.
But then y'all just say, well, they could have been Israelites to kind of make it acceptable for y'all to follow it. Because they could be Israelites though.
Yeah.
So they was really going off the spirit of the Lord. The Lord set up they order.
Right.
But what happened to the mafia? They came to an end pretty much. They still around, but they nothing like they was.
Yeah, that whole system failed.
Came down based off how they was running shit. So why would you take that same system and make it in the truth?
I heard a brother say that when you think about it on a deeper level, that we really got to get up out of this place because we are indoctrinized in every way, shape, form, and fashion.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because when we grow up, the indoctrination of Esau starts with the household, right? Because our family 9 times out of 10 chance they run their household based off Christianity, right? And then so you grow up in Christianity, and then let's say the whole time you're a Christian, as you get older, you might get involved into the streets and stuff like that. Then you go into the school. I mean, Salaki, when you grow up now, you're in the school system, and then the school system is teaching you their doctrine based off Christianity. And then if you end up in prison, then you go to prison, and then you get indoctrinated, and that's when you become religious in prison. And then a lot of brothers come out calling themselves born again Christians, or they be Muslims, stuff like that. So we really like the system just been indoctrinating us our whole life when you think about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we got to come out of that. And so we can't be following, you know what I'm saying? This is what we got to follow. That's it.
And what I say earlier, oh damn, it just missed my head. But that's why they say things like, you can't leave America. Or they don't say you can't leave America, but they kind of look down on it.
Yeah. Like, where you going? Why you running? It don't matter
we
where
gotta
you
be
go.
here, but y'all say the Israelites are scattered throughout the whole world.
Yeah, the Lord gonna come pluck his elect up no matter what it is.
Y'all say Issachar is the Mexicans. So why we can't go down to Mexico and live if we want to? I actually lived outside the country.
Right.
So I know the difference. A lot of these guys don't. They won't even leave New York. Because you wanna know why they can't leave New York? Man, what the fuck I look like leaving New York? I got ties here. You wanna know why? Because they love New York. They don't wanna leave New York if they had to.
They're stuck mentally. They enslaved mentally to New York.
And then they stuck in it, but they don't want to. Earlier I said Jake loves America.
Yep.
They don't want to leave America, man. They don't want to leave this place, man. Because you ain't even got to necessarily leave the land of America to leave America. We could go build our own communities and land. I heard Bishop Nate was making $150 million or some shit like that. He mean he can't go buy 2,000 acres, 4,000 acres, and build a Israelite community on it? But they don't even want to do that though. So that's why you see after 30 years, 40 years, what do you see? You see the same stuff happening every year after every year after every year after every year. Nothing's changing. It's the same stuff. And Vocab Malone still doing his work. Ain't gonna continue.
Definitely gonna continue till this place over with.
You know, so we just point out some things, you know, some things that you got to deal with when you come to the fact of this truth, man. And it's tough, you know. But who really believe in the Lord? That's what it comes down to. So we're gonna end it off there. We're gonna give our praise.
Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakadash. Shalom.